here to present our research study titled
Application of Business Mathematics as a Prerequisite Subject in Pursuing Accountancy, a Criminological Study.
Without further ado, let's get started. The researchers come up with this research title simply because as a student, we are part of the educational institution. And as part of the educational institution, we have a new K-12 curriculum program in which students are required to take some subjects that is needed in order to move into another year level. That is called prerequisite. Prerequisites are sometimes referred as burden by the students. In that case, the researchers was provoked in order to conduct this kind of study.
Background of the study. Accountancy is the practice of recording, characterizing, and covering business exchange for a business. It gives input to administration in regards to the budgetary outcomes and status of an association. BRAG 2018. So it does involve numbers and operations. According to the article by newyouth.ca, a prerequisite is a particular course or subject that you should consent before you can move to another course at the next grade level. So, as to be acknowledged into a few course, you should demonstrate that you have finished a comparable course in the same or related subject at a lower review level.
The researchers conducted a preliminary researches. In the research that they have done, many students had difficulties in understanding those mathematics subjects, problems, and lessons. Moreover, some study that is related to this study is quantitative. They usually get the general weighted average and undergo some computation process. So for our research objective, this study aims to address that gap by knowing the lived experiences of ABM students on the application of business mathematics as a prerequisite subject in pursuing accountancy.
Review of related literature. This chapter presents the literature and studies after the throughout and in-depth searches done by the researchers. Different literature and studies will be presented and will be a fundamental part of this paper, and that is related about business mathematics. As a prerequisite subject, this presented related literatures and studies will help to fully understand the researchers and for better comprehension. To explain this all, students really need to take this prerequisite subject in order to learn and know more about business math. It's important to focus on this subject, especially to those who will take accountancy, marketing, sales courses in college. And also to some of the students that wish to work in the corporate world.
Related studies. According to Younger and Grow year 2011, in their research study, the impact of science capacity on execution and standards of accountancy, the researchers expected to assess the gradual impact of math capacity on student execution and standards of bookkeeping. The study summed up that science capacity has measurably, noteworthy, gradual, informative, intensity of accomplishment and standards of accountancy.
The purpose of this phenomenological study was to explore and know the students' lived experience towards business mathematics as a prerequisite subject. The involved students was at the core of this investigation as their lived experience shed on this phenomenon. A qualitative strategy was chosen to easily know the experiences of the students narratively, also to help navigate the researchers' effort.
So for the research study participants, the researchers utilized a purposive sampling strategy to select organizationally involved student respondents. This strategy attempted to best develop a sample where multiple perspectives would offer both depth and diversity, according to Criswell 2007. And where selected respondents were likely to provide information relative to the phenomenon being studied, Maxwell 2005. The researchers will only get 10 participants. Participants should be selected for the following criteria. A. They should have undergone senior high school. B. Already took business mathematics as a prerequisite subject. And C. Accountancy students.
Data gathering procedure. The data gathering procedure will start from participants should sign the consent form before the interview will happen, followed by the interview proper, and the interviewee will be asked questions that can be seen on the survey questionnaire, such as how do you view business mathematics as a prerequisite subject? What are the benefits of this prerequisite subject on their course?
In addition to, researchers might ask impromptu questions including, was business math easy? Is there anything you wish to add? The whole interview will be taped or recorded. After that, the researchers will be transcribed in 2 words and make a conclusion of each interview to discuss their perspective on the interview.
Data analysis. The researcher conducted a purposive sampling and in order to get the right and concise data, in which the researchers will be asking a question towards the participants. This method will give researchers a basis from which they can formulate their conclusion and incline the literature review with the data.
Results. The participants were asked some questions regarding on their life experiences towards the application of business mathematics as a prerequisite subject in pursuing accountancy. This chapter provides the answer of respondents toward the research objective. The researchers asked on the life experiences of first-year college students on the application of business math as a prerequisite subject in pursuing accountants. And here are some of their answers. According to them, it is beneficial because they are some part of accountancy that we need to solve by formulas. I learned how to solve for discount. Also, I learned how to solve for markup and markdown. As per participants' answer, business mathematics as a prerequisite subject has a great benefit to students. Even though you hated math, you need to learn and take this prerequisite subject, May set. The business mathematics is used by any business like management business and inventory businesses, especially to financial, marketing, and sales, according to me. Also, another answer, yes, it is beneficial because they are some part of accountancy that we need to solve by some formulas. I learned how to solve for markup and markdown and also for discount, according to them. The research also asked that regarding on how the business mathematics as a prerequisite subject beneficial or not. This includes the participant answer. As a prerequisite subject has a great benefit to students. Even though you hated math, you need to learn and take this prerequisite subject, May said. For discussion, this portion will provide an interpretation toward the results gathering from the respondents. The research question that guide this study was, what are the life experiences of first-year college students on the application of business math as a prerequisite subject in pursuing accountancy, as well as how does the application of business math as a prerequisite subject beneficial for first-year college students. The findings of this study reflect that the experiences of students towards the application of business mathematics has beneficial effect in terms of pursuing intercourse accountancy. All participants discuss and describe their own insights towards what business math is all about computation regarding interest, markup, markdown, etc. In case prerequisites are very important for future of the students because it aims to prove that you have a certain amount of knowledge regarding the subject advanced.
As a concluding remark, participants have different lived experiences on the application of business mathematics as a prerequisite subject in pursuing accountancy. There are positive and negative experiences. Though they have different experiences, they still think that having business mathematics as a prerequisite subject greatly benefit them as a student. Mathematics is considered as the language of sciences and technology as well as accountancy. Besides, the solid foundation of math skills is essential in order to attain high academic performance. High academic performance plays a vital role in the educational institution as well as the students. The nature of the students is impacted by the extensive variety of natural factors, rather just an instructor factor and mental factors within the student. For example, the inspiration in the self, as opposed to just by capacity.
That's a wrap! Thank you for watching!